Welcome back, folks, to World of Warships Legends. I'm Soopa-Dave, and today we have our second premium ship of the day, the Tier 7 Commonwealth Haida. Yeah, I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right, but you're not here for that. Anyway, it'd be very interesting to see what this ship turns into when you have a destroyer captain for Commonwealth, but honestly, Murray works pretty well. In fact, let's start with this commander right now. We are running double detection, uh, and honestly, you're gonna see it pays off again in our match. And his base trait is maximum HP, movement speed, and for the skills we're using, burning it down XXL. That does help this a significant amount on the HE fire chance. You'll see here in a second. We're using detectability and on second thought to get a little bit better reload time. And honestly, the switching ammo isn't terrible in a destroyer. You could take the torpedoes, but the torpedoes aren't super awesome. They're not terrible, but they're not super awesome. And reaching out XXL, you could take dispersion on the as well. The smoke on the water. Now, this is a very interesting one. You could do Unstoppable, which I normally recommend on destroyers, but fully packed is what I went with and would recommend on this ship because you get an extra smoke and engine boost and a sonar. Why is that important? Well, these smokes are really cool. They're kind of like a rolling smoke. You can't go too fast in them, but they move with you. You'll see it in the match here, guys, but you definitely want to get an extra one if you can. For our mods, we are using the main battery mod to get the guns to turn faster, that's so we can take the reload in the last slot. The propulsion mod is always in the second slot. Concealment is always in the third, and we are going with the main battery mod for the quicker reload, and it does definitely help, and it mitigates, our first modification mitigates that traverse speed. So for the loadout, you get a 4 smokes, and it's very interesting smoke. They don't have it like a different name for it, but it's kind of like a rolling smoke. You can move while you're in it, and it disperses the whole time you're in it. You'll see in the match that smoke dispersion time isn't right, and I don't know if it's supposed to be like this, but it's super powerful, guys. Really powerful. Anyway, you get 3 engine boosts with this build and 3 sonars. The sonars aren't super amazing, but they do come in handy. And for the specs, you have about 19,000 health with this build. Now, keep in mind, my commander's only level 11 for this guy. So you could get the detection down and some more health out of it as well. But you have 6 120 millimeter guns. They reload fairly quick. And you can see with that little boost, we are up to 7% fire chance now with this. I think without that, the guns would be not quite as effective, but that's up to you. The HE is pretty solid on this thing. And for the torps, as you can see here, they are, you have 4 of them. You only have 4, but they do hit if you do get them to hit. So just keep that in mind when you're playing it. They are pretty solid torps all said and done, but you only have 4 of them. So in a lot of ways, you end up playing this, if you're wondering, like Jervis or Lightning, or that's the way I played it. And maneuverability is not bad. It's definitely not slow, for sure. And the concealment is quite good on this. Even with a low 11 commander, it's down to 5-1. So you could definitely get it into the high 4s if you wanted to. And for our stats, we just had the 1, so I don't want to wreck it for you. But we actually did have a second match that, like, I don't know if it canceled or something, but we were in it quite far. I might show a clip of that, where I'd already wrecked 2 destroyers basically in that match. It was going to be quite the match. Here it is for you guys. This was just the start of it, and then we had a pretty good start to this one as we go ahead and get rid of Jervis here quickly, and then we start to focus. Even though I'm radared, we're doing pretty good, and we start to focus on the Northern Dragon, which was doing a fair amount of damage with AP till I, turned and got a little bit angled to him, and he got himself in a little bit of a world of hurt here. So definitely was a very good start. I love getting rid of a couple destroyers, but for some reason this match, it just cut out and quit playing, and I was already starting to farm battleships because that guy had taken off and run and just kicked us out and let us play a new match. Didn't even count that match for us. It's kind of weird. So the match you guys are seeing is the second one, and by the way, it did not give me my kills for the first match. Oh, that's interesting. Oh, I just seen that. This camo is the camo that tells you how many people you've killed in it. But anyway, guys, for armor, it's a destroyer. It really doesn't have any. So when you don't want to, try not to get hit on it. As we go ahead and start this match and check who we're up against, I do want to say it is disclaimer time. This is a beginner's guide to help out people just learning this ship or learning the game in general. This is not for professional gamers that know everything there is to know about everything. There is also multiple ways to build and play ships, so opinions will vary. I am just a above average player. I don't claim to be the best player in the world. I just am a pretty darn good player. So I do make mistakes. You're going to see some in this match. And also, you didn't come to this video to see how to pronounce names, as I am very terrible at slaughtering other beautiful languages. It's almost an art form, so keep that in mind when you're watching this, guys. With that out of the way, we are on Sleeping Giant, and we are going to have ourselves a little bit of fun here. So, this is going to showcase why me not having... Honestly, I would really like to have Twist and Track or Perceptive. That's always my playstyle. I like to know where the closest guy is to me so I can hunt down destroyers. So, we're going to go ahead and move up. So, we're going to do our classic go into the A-cap or try to get A-cap as soon as we can in this match. As you can see, our carrier is out there already spotting the other side. So you can see it's already not an even matchup, meaning they should have a destroyer over there. That's what I was thinking, because the carrier is going to get spotted in the middle of the map, more on the other side. So in theory, we should have a destroyer over here to deal with. But you're going to see I don't have the, without having the commander, I can't tell really. So I assume he's here. So we're going to throw out torpedoes here in a second just to cover the end of this island here. And I want to say the aircraft carrier in the Kansas that was on my side was a lot of, they do a good job in this match. So I've been fortunate. So I've had pretty solid teammates today. Every ship I've tried to show has been the first match I played. Outside of that one, obviously that I got the server disconnected on. I don't know what that was definitely about, but that was already going to be a good game as well, getting rid of 2 destroyers. So you can see we're kind of just going to send torps out that way, because if he's coming in, we're going to go ahead and be able to detect him. Or, probably get a hit on him, and we're probably going to be in a bit better position with kind of the speed we had. So, we're going to grab the A-cap. Since we're not really being focused, I'm going to keep an eye over here. In fact, I'm going to even, because I think he could still be right here, we're going to go ahead and pop our sonar just to see where he is. So you can see on the map, he has not been spotted yet anywhere. Now, didn't know this at the time, but he's nowhere near here. None. I still don't know where he ever ended up and where he ended up, because you're going to see we're going to go in here and we're going to do our best to get this cap quick. Obviously, right now, the cap is the most important thing, and then I'm going to try to go out here and spot. But you're going to see we have a few battleships that are going to push in, including the Kansas behind me. And like I said, fortunate to have good teammates. So I thought maybe he was coming around to this side. So we're going to go ahead and get some torpedoes out just in case he decides to. And this does have sequential, like almost UK torpedoes. We can pop them out one at a time if you want. And we are actually, now that we have the cap done, we're going to come out and try to spot these battleships. However, they have moved up into a position where they're already spotted. So we are going to get the chance to use our guns here a little bit, which is kind of going to be a lot of fun for us. I know it sounds dumb, but this thing has pretty solid guns on it. In a lot of ways, this thing reminds me of like Jervis, Lightning, that type of the UK British destroyers, because that's what I guess it technically is. But anyway, we are gonna use our rolling smoke here. I know it sounds weird, but you can move forward in it, and it kind of it disperses. You can see it's still dispersing out with us. It is really, really cool, by the way. I like the smoke a lot. I think it's almost too powerful. So you can see where the reason I stop there and start moving up is I need this Nelson to back up. If he pushes us with the 3 battleships that are back there, could be real bad for us. So we're going to do our best to get him to back up. And you can see these guns, they are doing damage to that superstructure. As you can see now, I'm trying to get fires in the front of the ship as I got one on the back. But we have, in fact, got Nelson to back up. So now King George is out here. We got a fire on Nelson. So we're going to go ahead and get into the cap. And as you can see, the smoke is moving with us the whole time. We're going to start trying to get King George on fire here as well. Without having my perceptive or any perk to see where the destroyer is, if he's even here, you can see it's kind of problematic for me. I don't really know. So I have my sonar up, obviously. And we are doing our best as we're trying to start Iowa now on fire. This thing is kind of a little fire starter with that little bonus we have with the Murray Commander right now. I may actually leave it that way as well. Now, one thing I would pay attention to is that when your smoke runs out, it actually does run out. As you can see, we only have 2 seconds left here. And me, being an idiot, shot my guns one more time just so I'm spotted. We got the A-cap solo, and we're going to do our best to get behind this island here to not get destroyed. As I made a mistake there. Obviously getting used to that smoke. That's totally a different smoke to me. I don't know if they intended it to be like that, but I like it. I will say that. It is a lot of fun to have rolling smoke and be able to move. It makes it so you're harder to torpedo, to be honest with you, because you're not just sitting in one spot. And as you can see, I'm spotted here, but right now we already got the cap. I thought maybe a destroyer's near me, but clearly that can't be the case, and it was a battleship over there, because I was not aware of him being there. So we're going to go ahead. We're spotted by the carrier now, but not by a player, so I have, I'm not worried about the carrier at all. And we're going to go ahead and, again, try to get George on fire as we got Nelson on fire a second time. I actually like these guns on this thing quite a bit. This is, it's going to be fun. I think if you get a good gunboat commander on this thing could be absolutely devastating. Torpedoes, I mean, if they have a use, obviously, but I think this is more of a gunboat focused ship and could be just a blast. So we're going to go ahead, get him on fire. We're trying to get a second fire as we do there, and we're going to use our rolling smoke again because it came back pretty quick. And you can see we're spotted by the King George there for a second. We're going to throw torpedoes out just in case we were spotted by a destroyer over there. Again, I don't know where the destroyers are. They've been last spotted in the middle of that side. So they could be coming any directions toward me. And I'm asking for the Jervis to help here, and the reason is so that he could spot North Carolina for me. So I could start shooting down North Carolina because he's pushing up. You see, we start to go ahead and do that, and he goes dark. So not a whole lot we can do here, so we're just going to be careful. And, you know, we got our sonar running. My goal here is actually to try to get a destroyer to fight me from their team, but for the most part, they've stayed over on their side. And the group, me, the Kansas, and our carrier has done a very good job in this match so far. So we have the A and the B cap, and we're going to defend the crap out of it. That's what our big deal is here. You can see I'm looking over there just to make sure I'm not going to get spotted. We're going to go a little quicker, and this is one thing I want to show you guys with the smoke. You can outrun your smoke on this. This is not like Italian smoke. As you can see, I get spotted. And we are going to go ahead and start shooting at Jervis. Didn't know that there was actually two destroyers here at first. And you're going to see I start to lose this fight pretty quick. We're trying to get some AP into the side of it. And honestly, the HE is pretty decent in this. I would probably just stay with the HE on it. You know, this is my first full match. I was trying to see how good it was. Obviously, there's another destroyer here. It's an Ostergotland. You can see shooting at me here. I want to go undetected. As you can see, I'm getting kind of, you know, it's a 2v1 battle. I want to make this a 1v1 battle. But you can see I'm taking quite a few hits here as I'm finally dark now. But the one thing about this ship, guys, is a majority of your main guns are on the front. And also, I don't know if you notice on the page, but you have secondary guns as well. They're really, honestly, they're only 4 kilometers. They're 2 of them. They're not really going to hit anything, let's be honest. But I'm just trying to make sure that guy isn't pushing up into the B cap, but I do 100% want to get rid of this Jervis. So I'm letting somebody know, hey, maybe the carrier definitely could help out here. I know he can't spot for me, but he can give me an idea where he is and or maybe help me kill him, because obviously I know he's got more health than I do now. But I do really want to kill him, and I think I can win a one-on-one battle. So we're going to go ahead. We see him because of our detection. We get a pretty significant advantage here. And we start shooting. So this thing with having most of the guns on the front, really handy to do this. Now, we're going to do our best to get in here. We got, you know, the sonar going, so we'll have an idea if torps are coming. And we're just going to keep continuing to shoot at him. And as you can see, we do get rid of him. Now, this wouldn't be a Dave dumb moment or a daily dumb moment if we didn't have one. And my dumb butt runs into a torpedo like an idiot. But our teammates, the Kansas and the aircraft carrier, have definitely pulled this out for the win. But you can see the caps that I got early on, which were solo caps, were the biggest difference in this game. And getting rid of that last destroyer was huge, obviously. Otherwise, you know, our team wouldn't have won. So outside of my stupid maneuver of running into a torpedo, I thought I had it cleared by a mile until the last second, because I started to look at the map again. But you can see we clearly help our team win and do a good job. And also thanks for the battleships that were spotting while I was in smoke. That's why I choose to use the smoke there. But anyway, guys, really like this ship. One of my favorite destroyers now. It's a lot of fun. You guys have to let me know what you guys think down in the comments. You guys have a wonderful day, and I will see you next time, folks. Have a good one.